It's about 5:30 p.m., 17:30, Monday, March the 6th, 2023. Back behind me is Georgia, about 60 miles. I don't know if you'll be able to read the Velocitech. We're doing 2.7, 2.8. In that, well, 3 for a moment. That's not great, but in this wind, and if you look out there, you're going to see there is hardly any wind. Very few boats other than GANNET would be even moving. We left the slip Saturday, just went around and anchored for the night in Port Royal Sound. Raised the anchor at a little after 8 o'clock yesterday morning. Went out and it was a rotten day. By rotten, a rough day. The wind was blowing about 20 out of the northwest, and creating maybe 5-foot waves that really threw GANNET around. I just had the jib up and that partially furled, but it was a hang-on all day until the night at about 2000 hours, 8 p.m. The wind died and very quickly came back from 180 degrees. Instead of being northwest, it was southeast. So we slowly turned around and headed back north. The wind was very light. It went to almost a calm. The jib was collapsing and filling with a jerk 15, 20 times every minute. I finally furled it and just let us drift. This morning, the wind went around the compass, finally settled into the northeast, so we were able to head offshore. It's actually hard to get away from the shore on this bit of the coast. The Navy has 8 different towers miles offshore, or recording I know not what. They have buoys doing the same, and we almost ran into one of them. I was aware of it, but GANNET was attracted to one of them as like a magnet. I had to hand steer to get us around the thing. We're beyond all that now. The wind's been light today. We were on a beam reach for a while. We're now headed off. You can perhaps see 145, little south of southwest. I thought I had this bit of the ocean to myself, but a little while ago I saw a ship up there headed in, probably into Savannah. But still, I'm far enough offshore that there's space around me, and that is really good. I have pretty much had my life the way I wanted to live it. I stopped working for other people almost 50 years ago, 49 years ago. Well, it'll be 50 years ago next year. November 2nd of next year will be 50. But still, there's a freedom out here. I talk about entering the monastery of the sea. I don't know that I've done that right now. But there is a sense of space and freedom and openness out here. I like our condo's a wonderful place. It's filled, there's beauty just outside the windows. Sails are dirty. I don't know if you can see there's kind of muddy spots. A sailor friend of mine who is a retired professor of entomology advises me that there were some clumps of mud that came out of when I've tried to raise the sail at times, that flying ants have probably tried to form a nest in my mainsail. Not appreciated. I was listening to music. I was sipping some botanist gin. Look at that, we're doing 3.7. I'm going to go below and heat a freeze-dried meal. Pour myself some boxed red wine. The last Grib that I downloaded yesterday morning when I still had internet shows the wind, a big high developing north of us, the wind going around to the south, well actually now, it hasn't yet, maybe it will tonight. Last night was really tiring. I didn't get much sleep and I fell asleep today reading. Be nice if the wind held all night, but I don't think it will. I'd like to stay out and just sail until at least Thursday before turning around, but if the wind goes out of the south, that would be pushing me back. We'll see. George Olson, who designed the Moore 24s. Ron Moore, who built them honorably, created a masterpiece.